We're going to be talking about wealth attraction. I am so pumped. This is going to be powerful, all about wealth attraction. If you desire to receive more wealth with ease, if you desire to ditch the whole work hard, receive more, and if you desire for it to feel easy, you are in the right place. So let's jump into it. So the first thing is how you attract anything is based on how you perceive it, especially with wealth. Okay? So how you attract anything is based on how you perceive it. Your thoughts towards money, your feelings towards money, both of these things guide your actions. Okay? 99% of people have stickiness with wealth. There's fear, there's shame, there's guilt, there's blame. And so in my world, I help you clear all of this. You can't continuously attract more wealth when you're in this story of lack, scarcity, fear, and shame. Okay? Which leads me to my next point. So as a result of your thoughts towards wealth, your feelings towards wealth, that guides your actions. And this is why all of my work is based on mind and body, because your mind, your thoughts need to be in harmony with your feelings in your body. So if you have a thought that wealth is really hard, it's a thought, then you're going to have tension in your body. And as a result of that thought and feeling, it's going to drive an action. You're going to struggle. You're going to work hard because you believe that. And all of these things, like how you perceive wealth, is based on one single thing. It's based on your money story. Every single person has a story with money based on your upbringing, based on your first experience with it. And as a result of your money story, that is how you are attracting wealth. 99% of people have no idea they have a money story, have no idea what their money story is, and this is literally dictating and guiding every single one of your actions. In my membership, Elevate You into Wealth and Freedom, I help you first, and most importantly, identify your money story. We're talking about wealth attraction. So what I was mentioning is in order for you to attract more wealth, you need to, one, identify your money story. And then number two, rewire it, create something new. How you're receiving wealth today is based on how you perceive wealth. How you perceive wealth is based on your money story. That's why my membership, like I was mentioning, helps you, number one, identify your money story, but then also rewire it in the mind and the body. Simply chanting affirmations is not enough, okay? If it was that simple, everyone would be screaming from the rooftops, I'm rich, I'm a millionaire. But it's not that simple because your money story is a story, right? It's a thought and belief, and it has a corresponding feeling in your body. In order to shift anything, you need to work at the mind and body level. And so as a result, your money story, you are unconsciously attracting wealth. Maybe you're not attracting wealth at all, but it all comes back to your story with money. There could be two people walking down the street and one person thinks, money is very easy to receive. Another person thinks it's really hard. So both of those people have a point of view about money, how they perceive it, and that's how their experience is as a result. My family had to sell our home when I was 18, and I was always so scared with money. It didn't matter how much I made. And so my point is, it doesn't matter how much you make. In order to attract more wealth, you need to have your thoughts and your feelings and your actions in alignment to how you want to receive it. How I receive things is things come to me. I don't chase, I attract. Things come to me. Right before this, I was at the beach relaxing, grounding before this live. And so life can be easy for you. Attracting wealth can be easy for you. But attracting wealth is not a game of do more, hustle more, control more, that energy. Attracting wealth is an energy game. Think of it this way. If you needed to breathe, you don't really think about breathing. It's so important to be in your body because your mind's always going to try and take you out and create all these stories. In my signature program, it's all focused on helping you get into an abundance mindset and getting in your body. Because the more you're living in your body, the more you're limitless, open to so much. Your mind is only limited by what you are willing to see and what you believe and how you perceive things. It's limited. Your body has so much wisdom. And so, like I mentioned, you attract wealth based on how you perceive it. How you perceive it is based on your money story. Your money story is a result of your upbringing, your first experience with wealth. This is all the work that I did because for 10 plus years, I had severe anxiety about money and I made good money. So it's not about, oh, if you don't make good money, you can't make more. Oh, if you make good money, you're still gonna have fear. No, it doesn't matter where you're at today. You can shift things because think of it this way. Your life today is a result of who you're being, like how you're acting, the thoughts you have, the feelings you have, the actions you take. All of that is a result of your mind. And so in order to shift anything, you need to stop living in your mind. Your mind is limited by the thoughts and beliefs that you have. This is why all of my work is based on mind-body connection, because it's simply not enough to scream from the rooftops, I am rich, I am wealthy. You know, if it was that easy, everyone would do that. But it's not that easy because you're just chanting it in your mind. You're not connecting in with your body. And when you were younger, your money story created emotions. 99% of people have fear and anxiety and shame and guilt and blame with money. And it's living in your body. So to shift this, you need to release it from your body and create something new. And so with that, like attracting more wealth is an energy game. It's not a game of like force, lack, control. And this is why 99% of people, like when they're focusing so much on wealth, they don't attract it. Because it's all this like force energy, you know? When you're really trying to control something, there's no space for it to come in. And when there's fear, you receive more of fear. If you watch the manifestation series from yesterday and the day before, I talk all about the laws of, attraction is like attracts like. So if you have fear towards money, you're going to continuously have that same relationship. You have a relationship with every single thing in your life. Yourself, which is most important. That's why my signature program is called Unshakable You, because that's the most important relationship of your life. You have relationships with your friends. You have relationships with your job. You have relationships with every single thing in your life. And the relationship you have with yourself is what sets the tone and foundation for all the other relationships. So if you kind of have a wobbly relationship with yourself, you're going to have a wobbly relationship with money and everything else. My signature program helps you do all of this. So just DM me if you're interested. In my membership, you get access to my signature program as well. But the reason that this is so powerful is because wealth is not like out there. It's not like down the street. It's right here in this moment. Before I manifested $1 million in 8 months, I was focused on my inner game. 90% of what I was doing was inner. That's literally where my signature program comes from. It's not just about attracting wealth, but it's about being so fucking convicted in yourself that you get everything. You need to stop putting wealth on the pedestal because it's not out there. And the more that you think it's like out there, down there, the more that it's going to be harder to receive. You're not attracting it. How you attract everything, like I mentioned, is based on how you perceive it, but it's also based on your relationship with it. Your relationship with money is a result of your money story. 99% of people are living life with money from fear, from shame, from guilt. They're like, I need to go get money. Like I need to control all this, like all this tension. The tension's building up in your body and making you like force and control and take more action. But receiving more is not doing more. Doing more does not equate to receiving more. It's all about your relationship to money, how you perceive it. That is how you attract more. Okay? And what's so important is to ask yourself, where are you living your life from? Are you living your life from lack, scarcity, fear, or are you living your life from abundance? Okay? Abundance is you see opportunities everywhere, you see wealth everywhere, it's all here, and there's nothing to chase. When you attract something, you're not chasing it, You're creating space for it. You're matching the same energy of that. And so the whole point here, helping get wealth in the hands of good people. And so it doesn't matter where you're at with money today. It doesn't matter. You can shift things. In my membership, I help you do exactly this. It's really extensive. That's why it's a 6-month membership. Because in order for you to shift anything, you need to have your mind and body in harmony. Your emotions are living in your body, most likely fear and anxiety about money. It's not as easy as just turning on a light switch and shifting it. In my world, I help you skyrocket, so it's going to be a lot quicker, but you really need to create a new relationship with money, one, but you need to release the old one. Where many people get caught up is they're only focusing on mindset work, or they're only focusing on like their body. You need both to be in harmony. One of the most important things is wealth is an inner game. If you are not rooted in who you are, if you don't feel incredible on the inside, you're continuously attracting that in your reality. And you're living your life from control, from lack, from force. And so what you need to do is focus on the relationship you have with yourself. In my membership, you get access to my signature program, which is all about creating an unshakable connection with yourself. Once you do that, then you can rewire your relationship with money. Your body remembers what your mind forgets. So in your mind, you could be like, yeah, I'm totally like all safe. I feel great with money. Why don't I really have everything that I want? Your body's holding on. It's not safe to your body. And if you watched the other day, I talk about you're only able to receive and attract what your subconscious feels safe receiving. Okay? So much of this work, 90% of it is an inner game. So when you find yourself trying to attract wealth, ask yourself, what are you avoiding? What are you scared of? What's beneath all of that? And that's how you're going to be able to attract more wealth. You need to have your thoughts and your feelings in harmony with what you want to attract, wealth. And that's going to dictate your actions. So if your thought today is, it's really hard to receive, your feeling is going to be like tension and fear. And then that's going to guide your actions. Hello. I love talking about wealth attraction. And so at the end of the day, to attract more wealth, you need to have your thoughts and your feelings in alignment, and that's going to dictate your actions. And all of this is based on how you perceive wealth, which is based on your money story. Everyone has a money story. 99% of people have no idea what their money story is, have no idea that literally is dictating 99% of their life, how they show up in the world. And 99% of people are placing money on a pedestal to feel safe. Like this paper, it's not money, but just pretend it is. It can't give you safety, okay? And so summarizing kind of all of this and kind of where we're getting to is you desire more wealth. You want to attract more wealth because you want to feel a certain way, okay? Like right now, place your hand on your heart and take a deep breath. And feel right now how you're feeling, like seriously. I feel a lot of joy. I feel a lot of freedom. And so the reason I do this quick, short exercise is because 99% of people are living their life from their mind. They think it needs to be hard to receive. It needs to be X, Y, Z, 1 + 1 = 2. But that's not how this works. I was able to manifest $1 million in 8 months, $50K in a month, $46K in 2.5 weeks, $30K in 4 days while at a park. So my ability to attract wealth is next level, and it's very easy for me, and I want the same for you, okay? And so in order to do any of this, you need to, one, ask yourself how you perceive money, then identify your money story, then understand based on that how that's creating your relationship with wealth, then understand your thoughts about money, which is impacting all of that. In my membership, I go through this like very, very extensively. And you're going to shift how you view money. It's literally going to get to the point after you join my membership where you see money the same that you see fresh air, okay? Think of it this way. You don't think about breathing, but you need to breathe to stay alive, right? And so with wealth, right now you're putting wealth on a pedestal because like you don't know if you're going to have enough. And so you're going to get to a point once you join my membership where breathing fresh air is the same as attracting wealth. You're not constantly obsessing over it. You're not thinking, when is it going to come? When is it going to show up? What do I need to do to attract all of it? It's going to be like breathing fresh air. You just breathe. You just breathe. And then also, my terrace is out there. I'm living in Barcelona. I love it. You just breathe, you know, you listen to your body and you're like, oh, I want to go on a walk. I want to get some fresh air. I want to just relax. And so all of this is possible once you have created an unshakable connection to yourself. Because when you create an unshakable connection to yourself, you're in alignment with yourself. You know your body. You know how your mind has all these crazy thoughts, and you bring yourself back to full alignment. In my membership, I help you take it to the next level and elevate you into wealth and freedom. But like I mentioned, you want money, pretend this is money, because it's going to make you feel a certain way. And so my question to you is, why can't you feel that certain way today? I'll tell you why. Because 99% of people are living from their mind. They don't know how to access safety in their body. In order to access freedom in your body, you need a few things. Number one, you need to feel safe. Number two, you need to feel fully accepted and loved for your true authentic self. And this is why a lot of my teachings are on creating a deep connection to yourself, because that's the code, that's the secret to life. And I struggled for like 10 plus years with manifesting as well as attracting wealth. And I received wealth, but there was always this like tension, control, fear, when is it going to come? What do I need to do? I felt like a hamster on the hamster wheel, just like running nonstop. And I'm like, this is exhausting. I'm not into this anymore. And so I went on a deep journey, creating an unshakable connection with myself. Hence my signature program is called Unshakable You. And once I did all of that foundational work to create a strong foundation of the connection out of myself, then I started working on, how do I perceive money? What's my money story? How is that dictating my actions? All of this. How you attract wealth is based on how you view it, okay? And so how it's showing up for you today is based on you. And all of that is based on the relationship you have with yourself, because no matter where you join throughout, I shared earlier that the relationship you have with yourself sets the foundation. Everyone says this. What does this actually mean? Well, if you have an avoidant relationship with yourself, or if you have an anxious relationship with yourself, that's how it's going to show up with wealth as well. It shows up with everything in your life. Your friendships, your romantic relationships, yourself, money, your career, everything. And so that's why literally the work first is to create a connection with yourself deeper. We're talking about wealth attraction, and attracting more wealth is not doing more. Okay, we're going to ditch that, throw that away. You need to be in alignment with yourself. And so how you get in alignment with yourself is by knowing yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what thoughts you're having, knowing what feelings you're feeling, and how your thoughts and feelings are guiding your actions. When there's fear and anxiety, you're going to be in lack. You're going to be in control, force. What you want to get to is abundance, which is relax, like feeling free, feeling at ease. And then you get kind of a ping from your intuition of, oh, do this. And then you do it exactly how I'm doing these live series. You can receive wealth with ease. Receiving wealth can be similar to breathing fresh air. And so I want to summarize before we end here, but the most important thing you need to do to attract more wealth is not doing more. You need to understand how you perceive wealth, how you perceive money. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? That's guiding your actions. That's guiding your relationship with wealth. This is all based upon your money story. In my membership, I go into this very extensively and help you understand all of these things and then create something new with wealth, a new relationship. But you can't create a new relationship with wealth until you've identified how you currently view wealth in your relationship and then release that old story. But I want you to know that how you are attracting wealth is based on how you perceive it. And how you perceive it is based on your money story, based on your upbringing. But it's all like shiftable. That doesn't need to be your story. When you drink water, you're not like, when am I going to get more? Like, I hope I don't die. I hope I'm not safe, No, you're always safe, okay? So much of this journey to attract more wealth is creating an unshakable connection with yourself so that you build safety within your body. Wealth is an inner game. The way I was able to manifest $1 million in 8 months and so much more is by creating an unshakable connection with myself and then rewiring my story to money, which I show you in my membership. Wealth, you need to stop taking off the pedestal. It's not up here. It's not out there. Wealth is how you feel on the inside. I want you to have a new mindset shift. If you want to attract more wealth, focus on the relationship you have with yourself, because that's creating relationships with every single thing outside of you. And then Start focusing on feeling good on the inside. Because yesterday, the other series, I talked about the law of attraction, like attracts like. So if you're living in fear and anxiety, you're going to attract more of that. If you're living in ease and flow, you're going to attract more of that. And 99% of people can't get to ease and flow because they have all this tension. They're living life from their mind. Life feels so much harder than it needs to be, but it doesn't need to be hard. You need to face yourself. That's the number one part of this journey. And when you face yourself, you create a deeper connection with yourself and you feel at ease. You know when you're feeling off balance, you know what to do. In my signature program, I have many different nervous system regulation practices, somatic practices that will change your life. It's not a do more, receive more game. Money can show up for you however you would like it to show up for you. But it starts with the relationship you have with yourself, because that guides the relationship you have with money. In my membership, I help you literally completely transform with wealth. And you also get access to my signature program that's going to help you create an unshakable connection to yourself. Like I mentioned, there's mindset work, subconscious reprogramming, nervous system regulation, because all of my work is focused on the mind and body. You need both of it in harmony. You can't just think in your mind, I'm rich, if your body is like, oh my gosh, no, money is so fearful, or like, when am I going to get more of it? Like those emotions. You need your mind to be like, wealth is like breathing fresh air. And then you feel it in your body. Like every time I walk outside, I breathe fresh air. I don't think about it. It just happens. But I'm like, yeah, this is how I feel about wealth. Like I mentioned throughout this live, for 10 years, I really struggled with fear. I received wealth, but it was always like I need to do more. I was so scared of losing everything. And so I had so much, fear and scarcity and all of that. In my membership, I help you completely rewire all of these scarcity programs. It's just a program. It's just a belief. It doesn't need to be true for you. Now I'm living in Barcelona. I quit my job and money just shows up. Everything shows up. I am so excited for you. I would love to have you in. And I can't wait for you to transform and receive all the wealth and attract it with ease without doing more. Thank you for joining DM Me membership. Thank you.